3 weeks ago, I won a $14,650 lawsuit. And the crazy part is, instead of hiring a lawyer, I used an AI chatbot for the entire case. And this made me realize, if one of the most protected professions on earth can be replaced by AI, then what about every other job? So in today's video, I analyzed 14 roles that will experience significant job loss in 2026. And for each one, I'll break down how you can pivot your career if this is what you currently do. And at the end, I'll give you a 3-step future-proofing strategy that works regardless of your industry. Here's a lens you need for everything we're about to cover. AI replaces low cost of error execution. If messing up doesn't hurt much, AI does it cheaper and faster. But AI can't replace high-stakes judgment. You'll see that pattern emerging everywhere. Job number 1 is entry-level programmers. Since 2020, workers aged 22 to 25 in software development saw employment drop 13%. Entry-level positions, nearly 20% decline. And the reason for this is that AI is trained on codified knowledge, textbooks, things that you can find on Stack Overflow. And junior developers supply exactly that with zero real-world experience. There's 2 options. The first one is what I call exploring deep technical roles. DevOps engineers have a 22% projected growth. Information security analysts have a 33% growth. And AI engineering is growing, and there's online courses like IBM AI Engineering Professional Certificate and the AWS Certificate AI Practitioner that are perfect for these people. That's going deeper into your technical skill sets. Then there's what I call automation engineering roles. These are the roles where you master AI and become a full stack builder. You position yourself as the architect who directs AI, not competes with it. And this is the software engineer who gets more valuable as AI gets better, not less. Job number 2 is project managers. Project managers who are updating boards, writing status reports, and scheduling meetings are facing compression. These admin tasks are low cost of error, which again means if AI messes up, it's not a big deal. And these are the type of tasks that AI thrives on. So what you have to shift to is what's called an outcome-based project manager, which are projected to grow at a 10% rate. Future PMs don't update boards. They have AI do that, and they focus their energy on stakeholder alignment and driving business outcomes. One key thing in order to actually drive these outcomes is to start becoming an individual contributor as well. To do this, go 0 to 1 in all technical skills you manage. Now, 0 to 1 is the process of going from having no skill in that specific domain to having a base level skill. Let me break this down. So let's say you manage a tech team, right? You want to learn how to use AI agents like Devin to do low level tasks. If you manage a design team, you want to learn Figma and Nano Banana to help streamline processes. So you transition from becoming a project manager to a contributing project manager. People who can't contribute beyond coordinating will go to 0. Job number 3 is basic writers and SEO content writers. Basic writers doing SEO blogs, product descriptions, and listicles are seeing dramatic shifts. And we've seen a 27% drop in entry-level writing roles since 2023, and this will continue to plummet. As I go through all these jobs, pay close attention to the pivot, even if that's not where you work. The reason for this is that jobs will change quickly, and as someone in the workforce, you want to become a cockroach. And what that means is that you just can't die. So the more skills you have that are valuable in the AI economy, the more resilient you'll be. Here's 3 pivot strategies. First is create, don't report. The truth is, just writing about the news is something AI can do quicker than you and eventually better than you. But it's a lot harder for AI to create stories. For example, do investigative storytelling. Write a story on something that doesn't exist. Number 2 is understand AI SEO. This is the process of ranking in AI results. For example, if you ask AI, what are the 3 best AI writing tools? The ones that come up in that response, 1 SEO. And the third is explore AI video creation. Because of AI, storytelling skills now translate to video content creation. And filming isn't a bottleneck anymore. Writing the prompt to generate the video is. And this is opening up a whole new medium for talented writers because you know how to write and describe situations and you know how to storytell. As a result, you can translate these skills to create full video production. If I was specifically a writer, this is something I would get into tomorrow. Now, as you're watching this video, drop a comment on a specific role you're interested about, and I can give you my specific thoughts. Job number 4 is graphic designers. So graphic designers who are creating logos, flyers, and social graphics face fundamental shifts. And that's because Gen AI produces unlimited variations instantly at near 0 cost. Now, this isn't going to remove this role entirely. Adobe research says that 94% of creative professionals use AI tools, but 86% say tools enhance their work rather than replacing it. So what matters now is taste. AI can make the content, but it can't tell if it's good or not. If you're a graphic designer, you likely have taste, which is very valuable in the AI age, but you need to do 2 things. First is compress time to produce quality outputs, and second is expand proficiency. If you only did Instagram graphics, learn UI UX. If you only did website, learn motion design. The reason to become multidisciplinary is this makes you harder to replace. And while you do it, make sure to use AI. I know a lot of designers and some of them are hesitant, but it will make you quicker. Job number 5 is social media managers. And this is a lot like the graphic designer job, but specifically for social media. Ideation, scripting, posting, commenting, AI improves and automates all of this. So value is moving higher up. So it's not about actually creating it, it's about content strategy, content review, brand voice, etc. We now have infinite output capacity, but brands don't have infinite brand equity. Every post moves public opinion about your brand up or down. You need taste and editorial judgment, because in a world where there's infinite possibilities, you don't have the option to post infinite times. And a wave that's growing in popularity is community management. When people don't know if content is AI or not, they want to follow and engage with real people. So strategic social media managers are pivoting into 1, learning how to use AI to automate the stuff that they don't have to do. And to do this, they're becoming masters at context engineering so that they can have high quality outputs that align with their brand voice. 2 is they're thinking about strategy and learning what makes content rip. And 3, the smartest social media managers are going to embrace community management as part of their growth plans. Job number 6 is data entry clerks. Data entry clerks doing manual input and verification face obvious displacement. AI auto ingests and cleans documents with 99% accuracy at infinite scale. And the World Economic Forum predicts 92 million data entry jobs are displaced globally by 2030. So there's 2 paths. The first is become a human in the loop data validator or AI output QA specialist. You're insert into an AI process to help train models. Take a look at outlier.ai. They'll actually pay you to review data. And this is saying if output is good or bad, and it helps AI get better. And the second strategy is to upskill and learn data analysis tools. Zooming out, we're 6 jobs in, and one of the things that I just touched on is you need to be able to upskill. And in order to upskill, you have to be a continuous learner. So constantly try new things and keep learning. Just increase your knowledge surface area and you're going to be in the position to be successful. Okay, job number 7 is customer service representatives. AI can resolve 80 to 90% of inquiries instantly. And as a result, 2.24 million customer service jobs can be automated. My friend, she runs a 7-figure e-commerce brand, and she told me literally yesterday, I still pay people for customer support and it's just too damn expensive. This is the exact type of role I'm talking about. For these people, I'd try and pivot to customer success roles. You know customers' pain points and you know the product well. If you're able to get into customer success, which is projected to grow 15% through 2030, that's a human-oriented role where the other person that you're dealing with is looking to interact with a human, and that becomes more valuable over time. Okay, before I get to the next job, I know this can feel overwhelming. So I made a 5-day email course on how to use AI to become irreplaceable at work. It covers positioning frameworks and the 5 traps most people fall into. If you click the first link in the description and add your email, I'll send you day 1 over immediately. And for each of those emails, because you're coming from YouTube, if you reply to them with questions, I'll answer them myself. Okay, let's get to job number 8, which is retail cashiers. These cashiers face displacement from multiple directions. Over 300 jobs in the US are projected to be lost by 2033. But frankly, I think it's going to be a lot more than that. Computer vision, self-checkout, and remote overseas cashiers at $3 to $4 an hour versus $18 an hour domestically. It's the type of thing that's a no-brainer to automate. But there's another thing to consider here. Self-checkout theft is exploding. So the remaining roles will pivot to security, troubleshooting machines, and loss prevention. I'd explore becoming a POS maintenance tech, a warehouse tech operator, and going deeper into the day-to-day operations of whatever business you're working on. Job number 9, receptionists and front desk clerks. Receptionists handling scheduling, greeting, and routine calls will see job loss. AI scheduling plus lobby kiosks mean 0 manual coordination needed. But the rise of AI will lead to a rise of wanting more in-person events and connections, pivoting to helping with company offsites, client visits, or team building. These require physical presence and human judgment, and simultaneously dive into those automation tools like Notion, Calendly automations, and Office tech systems to help With the automation, well, you're leaning into the physical world. Focus on leadership, social influence, and talent management, which brings me to the next role. Job number 10 is HR workers. HR people working on resume filtering, scheduling interviews, and onboarding are seeing heavy automation. AI can screen candidates, schedule calls, and document everything. Outside of the basic technical skills that employees are going to need to learn to use AI, a key skill that 90% of employees don't have is managerial skills. And as teams become AI native, they need employees to learn how to manage AI so it can get the most out of it. And as companies become AI native, there's going to be a lot of HR work. If I worked in HR, this is something I'd be focusing on. Job number 11 is travel agents. AI can plan your whole trip in seconds. It's cooked, but as Alex Hormozy says, riches are in the niches. Pivot to a niche luxury travel consultant, corporate retreat planner, or community event creator. This is a massive differentiator for them, and you can help them make it happen. For example, I went to a Run Club event that Diplo hosted in New York City, and it's a full-blown event, and it's all about community building. People will lean into these physical experiences over time as everything goes digital. Job number 12 is warehouse workers. People doing picking, packing, and sorting face high replacement risk. Robots are coming. It's the next wave. There's a fascinating article at androiddreams.ai on how humanoid robots will progress, starting with hyper-specific warehouse tasks. That is 100% worth a read. It's linked in the description. But I do see warehouse workers primed for what I'm calling the blue-collar renaissance. As white-collar jobs get automated, more manual jobs will become in demand. Double down on any of the current physical skills you have, potentially learn a trade. One trade that interests me the most is electricians. As humanoid robots take off, electricians will be like the modern mechanic, and they're going to be in very high demand. Other industries that are worth exploring is nuclear energy, renewable energy, or rare earth materials. Job number 13, junior lawyers and legal researchers. Remember my lawsuit story from the intro? That's the exact type of legal work that no longer exists. AI can read thousands of pages and draft filings in seconds. If you're in the legal industry, focus on areas requiring ethical judgment, complex negotiation, or places that lack repeatable and specific training data. Job number 14 is Wall Street analysts. In an article by Forbes, the headline reads, Sam Altman's OpenAI is coming for Wall Street's grunt workers as AI continues to transform the entry level, where OpenAI has enlisted more than 100 ex-investment bankers to help train its AI on how to build financial models that automate hours of entry-level tasks. Similar to the lawyers, I'd get into specialized areas with a low amount of historical data sets and high-touch relationships. We just covered 14 jobs and specific pivots, but let's zoom out for a second. Here's the 3-step future-proofing plan that works regardless of your industry. Step 1 is develop hybrid skill sets. Combine technical knowledge, that's AI, big data, tech literacy, with unique human capabilities like creative thinking, emotional intelligence, or empathy. The winners will live at the intersection of this. They understand technology well enough to direct it, but focus on outcomes requiring human judgment. Step 2 is about positioning yourself as an AI collaborator. Learn to write effective prompts, develop skills evaluating and refining AI outputs. Shift from manual execution to strategic oversight. This is the difference between being replaced and being amplified. And ultimately, you want to be in a position where as AI gets better, you become more valuable, not less. Step 3 is build your evidence portfolio. Where you can, showcase your ability to leverage AI for better outcomes. Not theoretical knowledge, actual projects where you used AI to solve real problems. This becomes your proof of competency in the AI-driven economy. If you like this video, check out this video where I break down the exact skills you need to save your career in 2026. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, drop a comment. I appreciate the support as I grow this channel. Let's keep building. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.